Hello, everyone. Welcome to what is most likely going to be a ridiculous stream. We're doing Hildibrand adventures today. All of them. I've already done A Realm Reborn. I did it way back when I started playing, and sadly, my reaction is not recorded to the base storyline. However, I don't think I was mentally prepared for what the story was going to be. So my reaction would not have been that entertaining to begin with. So you haven't really missed out on anything in that regard. The only thing I was super excited about was Godbrand when he's running super fast, chasing his son, and Ultros showing up. I love that. Outside of that, though, I just don't think I understood the questline really. Didn't understand the appeal, didn't understand why people loved it. I rewatched it recently, and let's just say I'm a very different person from who I was 3 years ago, because I found it very funny the second time watching through it, now that I know what to expect. So today, we are going to be playing through Hildibrand Adventures in Heavensward, Stormblood, and Endwalker. So there's going to be a lot of silly stuff going on here today. I just hope you're ready for it. I picked the most colorful shirt I own. It has like, I don't know, 5 different colors at least. Because I felt it appropriate. I don't have like a suit or anything readily available to me. It is too small for me now. Still growing. Sadly, it's only sideways. So the suit does not fit me anymore. However, I do have this colorful shirt, and I think it apt to wear it. So, before we get going, let's check out how... Well, last time Hildy blasted off into space. I'll say that. We found the Phantom Thief. Everything's great, and then Hildibrand blasted off into space with a weapon tied to the 4 Gentlemen of Light. And he disappeared. Now, they left us with quite a neat little, what do you want to call it? A neat little stinger there at the end. They left us with this little preview. All our characters. Bow. Yeah. Yeah. Hildibrand will return, question mark? He will. Today. Right now. He's about to return. It's gonna be great. Oh. Right. The Goblin. That's all, folks. Bye-bye. So that's what they left us with last time. Just to set the stage. So, I think let's actually just dive straight into this little adventure. And to do so, we must go to Ishgard. To Ishgard? To Ishgard. We have sound. Good. Great. That's all I want to know. Now, my one question. For me. See that, and then... That is too bright. Yeah, let's keep what we have going here. Okay, good. Now I know. Okay. Ba 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 ba. It's in the pillars. There it is. A gentleman falls rather than flies. This is one of the few things I've left to do in the entire game, by the way. I've wrapped up the MSQ, like I'm caught up, which feels insane to me. Having been playing catch up. Not really catch up, but like always having content in front of me for 3 years. And now it's all over. This feels weird. But I guess maybe we saved the best for last. We'll see. Nashu! As you catch sight of Nashu, you cannot help but wonder if you're about to have a bad time.
Well, I'll be Chrane Carmine in the flesh. A pleasure to see you again. Wait, is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? That settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector.
He's still flying?
Core, I was hoping you would silently agree. So I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander.
Besides me? By the way, for context, my character's backstory, right? Illegitimate son of Godbert. Bet you didn't know that. Hildibrand and I share a father, not a mother. Godbrand doesn't know about me. Hence, my character's look. Which, I hadn't seen Godbrand when I designed my character, but let's say that's why they look alike. And also the just natural swagger of the character. It's inherited. A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I've had dealings with a man as you describe. That was a woman. What about you?
Good evening to you, sir. Oh, you're looking for someone, a gentlemanly Highlander. I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhap Mistress Elise does? Well, she is well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen.
The plot, she thickens.
I've sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, aye, but I'd not describe such clients as gentlemanly, I'm afraid.
We have a clue. Come, Nashu. Wherever she is.
Elise. As ever, a warm welcome to you, sir. How may I be of service? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say. Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man whom you speak. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildibrand? An acquaintance of yours, I presume. I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmond. Or so it is rumored.
Really?
Surely as a ward of House Fort Tomby would be a trifling matter to go and ask after him at the manor.
They are involving my guy, Lord Edmond, in this?
Oh, I knew it was serendipity to Fortem Manor.
Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow. To Fortem Manor. Wah, ba, ba, ba. Ba-da-ba. Welcome, Master Carmine. Shall I show you inside the manor? Was he outside? He was, wasn't he? I could just go talk to him? I didn't know that. Neat. He also managed to name his 3 sons, which breaks my heart every time. Let's get back to the fun.
Well met, Master Carmine. Do you require assistance?
Ah, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmond is entertaining a foreign guest.
Huzzah! We found the inspector!
If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guests to depart.
A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort, not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer.
I have no words.
And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me.
Sure. Sure, Nashu.
With what powerful magics did they tame this dread fiend?
Are you joking? I can't wait to see what they actually put in this follow-up quest line. Because the other one has trials and like a few fights and stuff, so... I think this is mostly going to be talking, though, if I were to guess. Well, Nashu, here we are. Oh! Could it be the good inspector?
That must be Inspector Hildibrand!
I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I've found the brisk earthen air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates body and mind, a welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. This is probably not Hildibrand.
There you are, Inspector. I've been looking all over for you.
I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions.
Lord Godbert, but I thought...
Hi, Godbert. Hildy in Ishgard. This is the first I've heard of it. Aha! I've found you at last, heretic! This is him. No, okay. What? What is going on?
Yes, you! The hulking brute with a mad gleam in his eye. Your brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once!
I beg your pardon. This man is an Ul'dan merchant, here at the behest of House Fortom. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated.
A guest of House Fortom? Then he couldn't possibly. Though there were those two wards but they were acquitted of all charges in trial by combat, and if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear.
Gobber's like, come on, dude. Challenge me.
1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I'm Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating a report of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual.
A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me?
Aye, a man, rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself in somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. A heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildibrand, this heretic. Could he be a fan? Say again, you're acquainted with such a man?
Yes.
I see. And the man you're looking for is Lord Godbert's son. It would seem that our investigations may be connected, so I put to you a proposal. The first reported sighting of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. May I push a journey there together? It is, after all, possible that we are seeking the self-same individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehended him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Chrane. This looks like our best lead yet.
That I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son, and if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. The Horodric Cube.
Then it's settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once.
Goodbye, Lord Fortom. Nod. Two Falcons' nests. Oh yeah, I got everything to 90, except Blue Mage, it's still 70. It feels empty now. When it's all done. Redwalled! Look at this gang. What the hell? Master Carmine, are these your traveling companions? The mysterious muscular vagabond? Ah, yes. A patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him. Rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Bow, bow, bow. Ah! Terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know, I will not rush to judgment as before. Are you trained by the other inspector that we've met? I don't remember his name. Still, much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Warhammer fans, man. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced. Or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. That is why, Helone, as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice, and prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you're set upon your course, you might begin your search near the Dusk Vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share in the glory. Bow, bow, bow. The hunt continues! Onward to the Dusk Vigil. I'm told that region is especially cold, so don't forget to dress appropriately for the weather. We're good. We can deal. I mean, I should fly in a Porksy, right? No, I should actually fly in this. I should absolutely take Whisper Go. Whisper Go. Yeah! Perfect. There's no way I'm not sitting on my feet. The music in this area is so damn good. But it's not silly! What does this mount music sound like? Nah, it's the basic one. Damn it. I was hoping for something fun. But nay. Gang. Nashu.
one after dawn.
Hildibrand, man. Did he remove clothing?
Fury, take me, it's freezing. It's a wasted time, no living thing could survive in this godforsaken wasteland. Over there, look! Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector! Inspector, is that you?
Not you. Could be. As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots, how fare you all this fine evening?
Huh? A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics. Ha! He's not a heretic. He's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Bulldog, good sir?
Well, as you know, ours is a rather lonely existence, so when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my effort were for naught. Yeah, I kind of cleaned that place out. Ah, truly? Every last one dead? That's to say, irrevocably dead? If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand?
Then my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Kurthus? Oh.
Now, don't fret so. If it is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our ether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now.
Truly? Good sir, can you guide us to Inspector Hildibrand?
As surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. How you doing, Seer? Are you...
One must remain vigilant for heresies, for it can manifest in myriad ways. It is a vile, insidious sickness which must needs be burned out ere infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes?
No.
Confound it, they left us behind! Oh...
Been a long time since I heard that song. Jesus. Don't call it a comeback.
Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Chrane. Bow. Ba-da-bow.
Hold a moment, my friends. I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there is also something else. Mayhap a powerful magic. Confound my senses. I can guide you no further. We must needs split up and search the area.
Now, see here, where these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Chrane can handle himself, true, and you've clearly no reason to fear death, but what of Mistress Nashu?
I take your meaning, my good zombie. Chrane, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor, would you care to take the lead?
Come on, you two. The inspector is out there somewhere.
I feel like her voice is going all over the place right now. Gorgain holding, or Gorgogne, if you feel so inclined. She's staring into the tree, or...
Look, Chrane, that's got to be the inspector.
We found him.
And he's surrounded by giant fluffy man-shaped gazebos.
I see.
Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos. Fearsome yet fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb.
Moving closer.
Only Chrane can save Master Zombiebrand now.
Let's do it.
Boo-boo-boo.
Gentlemanly legs. What's up, bro? We found him.
Woohoo! Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you. Oh, but this just won't do. We've got to get you out of there before you catch cold.
Are they pulling in different directions? Yep.
Up and at them. Everyone is waiting for you.
Forgive me if I pull any harder, my arms are likely to tear.
Oh, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Fury, take me. Is that my heretic? Confound it, I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildibrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating, like last time.
Hildy ever was a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him up. Oh god, okay, he's back in goldsmith mode. Hildibrand Maximilian... Oh, okay. Right this instant! What is it? Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Mandeville, you will get up right this instant! His flopping body. Hi, Hildy. Father! No! Oh, God. Oh. Yep. Seems about right. Was it the Mandeville Meteor Strike or the Mandeville Meteor Drive? Maybe Julian was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go. Oh! What the hell? Is that a little black mage? What the hell?
Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert.
Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Kurthus. And who are these people I see before me?
Ah, but of course, who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber, sweet but my beloved fans? Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic?
That's exactly what you did. Welcome. There's a reason I don't tell those two that we're related. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that. When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. Oh, it is a mammoth. A little Lalafell girl. How adorable. Nashu, please, note the firm muscular legs, not unlike my own. 'Tis clearly a Lalafellan boy. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir. Especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. There, that ought to do it.
What is this place? Who am I?
No? What was that face?
I remember nothing.
This poor thing. It would seem that although Father's ungentle ministrations served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory.
How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember?
Do not worry, young man. Everything will be all right. Take it from me, I have lost my memories more times than I can even remember.
Then can you help me to remember?
Hearken to me now, for I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesic hobbledehoy. Hobbledehoy, okay?
Yay! Wonderful, wonderful. I'll get started on a batch of Nashu's delights.
Effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that young GG lacks the hearty constitution required to survive such an approach.
Gigi, is that my name?
When you woke, you were muttering GG. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance for you. So until such time as we learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker?
But that's just a sound all mammals make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir.
Okay, now I think I've found a voice.
But how will this new name help me to remember who I am?
Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. Come, Nashu.
Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer.
Bound for Thanalan, then allow me to accompany you. Juliet will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer, though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. Is every storyline gonna start with us finding Hildibrand after thinking he's dead?
This is a rather lot to digest, though you have the look of one accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mr. Nashu's protestations, the inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly.
Okay. No. No, not again. No. Not again. Ba 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 boom. Ba ba ba.
Fury, take me. That man. Chrane. I suppose you've heard the news then that Inspector Hildibrand was cleared of all suspicion and judged to be no more than an eccentric curiosity. If you're looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to gods know where with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil. Sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the Inspector will turn up again like Bad Gil. And when he does, trouble is sure to follow.
So that was the end of a patch, I'm assuming. Wow. Oh. Next time on Hildibrand. Nashu. Seer. Godbrand. GG. Lord for Tom. And our gentleman and the mystery. See you, Inspector. I love that they do wrap-ups and, like, next time on all that stuff. It's so much fun. So that was the first part. That was just 2 quests, right? The GG situation. I pray this morn finds you well, Chrane, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. It was unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold. Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection and, if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my requests. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Fury be praised, at least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I'm given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with their mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fortum Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. Wow. To the very pinnacle of the heavens. Isn't she adorable? Verily shall we scour all creation, from the deepest pits of the 7 hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure in the deepest pit of the 7 hells. Just so. Such is the creed of Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. Flex. Yes. Love it. Well post, GG, well post. I dare say you have the potential to be an extremely exemplary inspector someday.
Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested in me by by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that mammoth of suspected heretical origin into my custody.
Why, hello there, Chrane, and Inquisitor Seer ever the jester. Accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic, then 'tis plain to see that he's merely a precocious young lad.
Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl, as if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity.
Nashu, please. Were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandevillian masculinity mere moments ago?
That's because you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what.
Oh!
Yay!
Gigi's adorable. Master Carmine, Inspector Seer, what is all this commotion? We can hear you from the courtyard.
Oh, what's up? So you're going to be involved in this? Oh, Lord Edmond, my sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I came to seize the mammoth on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the inspector before you arrived. At which point they set to bickering about the contraption's gender.
What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? Please entertain the idea. 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? He's entertaining the the question.
Fury, take me, not you too. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, but even supposing that Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity while the Inquisition has determined until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon, miraculous resuscitation?
Godbert bonked him with a hammer 5 times. He repaired him.
I see. Then until such a time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Mandeville.
I will even stand as witness here and now if you wish. Adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father? Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course, I'll do it! I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Mandeville.
Yay! Papa Hildy! Papa Hildy! The inspector's finally become a father. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Quite. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmond. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son, we must away.
Oh, Helone, I would not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I'm still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Thank you.
Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is as hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle on another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent.
He's looking out for his friend. How nice. Bow, bow, bow. Bow. Bow, bow, bow.
Ooh. Ugh.
Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of House Duran Malcolm's art?
Durandare.
Pray do not fill the mammoth's head with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know, I work there. Furthermore, I'm quite certain that there is no House Duran Male Thames art, and that is a rather ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption.
Well, Gigi, do you remember anything?
No, nothing.
I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos.
Bow, bow, bow. Ba, 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 ba. Look at those beautiful creatures. The true companions of an adventurer. Splendid specimens of horsebird flesh, would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself.
How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos, it might help.
It didn't.
Hmm.
You know, just because you found him in a curtained snowbank, it doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard.
Which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from all across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor.
Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. What are you doing, man? Run, Gigi.
But I want one. Buy me a chocobo, please, Father. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Gigi.
Mayhap if he looked this direction, they would know you.
Am I that strange looking?
Poor little guy.
Why bother, it's no use.
Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise your days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits! Oh, new post? No, no. Hildy, no. No. Huh? My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon. Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism?
One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase costs. He's rich. 123,504,000 gil, at last assessment. 'Twas over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. 100 million gil? Oh, Helone, why have you forsaken me?
Is he repairing it?
Well, would you look at that? It's a miracle, nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself.
Did I do that?
God damn it. Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous. You're a born artisan, just like father.
Papa Hildy's papa?
Your grandpapa Godbert, the man who woke you with a few gentle taps to the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very power of life and death. Once he and the missus come back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours.
Do not demean this mammoth's power as a mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it.
This mammoth? Sir, I say, sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth. Nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless vase.
My word, is that what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price.
Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth.
Gigi, whatever has gotten into you, you're my son. You're a Mandeville man.
Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Mandeville girl, through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama.
Poor Gigi. Well, it is only to be expected Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I.
I say we find out what's going on, what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Never mind.
The course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildibrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son.
That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead.
Yeah? Yes, that's all very... Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentry stationed along the city gates and the airship landing. If Fury help us, he has left Ishgard. We need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory. After which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismiss! What do you think, Ultros? Did you see where he went? That way? Thank you. He can't read the letters either. I have no clue what they say. I look at the world map and I think I might be dumb. Near surely gave people a lot of options in this game. Jesus. Little fellow with a wide-brimmed hat? Oh, you came through here. Bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them was his name. Lalafell's right. Funny little buggers. Seemed keen to be anywhere but here. He flew. Well, if Gigi's left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. Left the rear. Falcon's Nest? Fury take me. What must we return to that freezing pit of despair? Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Really? He seemed in no mood to frolic when last I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was in fact a mammoth. One might even say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Western Kurthus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where first we found him. Home to his heretic masters, to share with them the intelligence he had gathered on the city. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. Warhammer fans, man. Inspector, I'm starting to think that Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voices them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Subtly in all things, Nashu, that is the Mandeville way. That entire paragraph is insane. I wish he would say it explicitly. Meanwhile, the two of them are fighting over if it's a boy or a girl. Oh god. This group. Aha! I knew it! The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers.
Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents.
The selfsame ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father.
What a fine young gentleman eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandervilles beckons.
I really can't be bothered. Ba, 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 ba.
The tracks continue north.
What did they do to you, Gigi? The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. You hit him?
Oh, my head, who? Oh, it's you. You followed me.
Oh, Gigi, if you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have just said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you are unharmed.
It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? They killed them? With snowballs?
As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from mulms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. Ha!
Oh. Uh-oh. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for the experience. Why are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he?
What good fortune to cross paths with you lot so far from civilization. Forgive me not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julian. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us?
Grandpa Godbert! Grandpa Godbert! Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpa Godbert, grant me life. Make me a real boy.
Huh? That's why he's here?
Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little.
I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy.
Oh no. He's doing it again. Then let us begin.
Uh-huh. Huh?
This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpapa Godbert. Thank you.
Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. Byre gods, guide my hammer. What the hell just happened? Did he make another Hildy? Oh, it was the actual Hildy that flew away. Never mind. I thought it was the second one. He made him a Rogadin?
Papa Hildy, I'm a Manderville man.
Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh boy.
Papa Hildy.
Gigi.
Why are they running so slowly?
Oh. Why does it look like he's about to punch him? What are we doing? Uh-oh. Why? What? Bringing Duckface back. Okay, I see. Dude, that's gonna be so painful. Yeah, so that's how he actually died, huh? Oh god. There we go. Now that brings back some memories.
Papa Hildy, oh dear, who could have done such a thing?
Okay. By the Fury, just like the vase all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. If he does that to a person, do they just become a fetus? Like how does it determine an original form? Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this, more manageable.
And much more adorable. But how could I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth?
Is that what you've been what has been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? This man. A Mandeville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, nay, I am a Mandeville mammoth. Yeah! Yeah! There you go, GG. Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son, and a ward of House Mandeville. Ye gods, I knew he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that, woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son.
Grandpapa Godbert! Grandpapa Godbert!
It all makes sense now, Grandpa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming grandparent, as they say. Ha ha! And how does she feel about this? Yeah. I'm not surprised. Oh god. And what's so bloody grand about it? Run. Thank you. I thought they ran separate ways. I thought they were really smart, but they stuck together. Dumb boys. Yahoo! Yay! Run! Please don't hurt me. I will not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. This past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Fury, take me. I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but no. No, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not, but rules be damned. I'm not risking my life to find out. She's actually a culinarian. They are the most dangerous profession. I'll have you know. You can tell by her weapon of choice. They're mad, utterly mad. The whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I will never understand. It's the Golden Saucer. They take people's money in gambling. Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth. Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? You're being consumed by the stupidity of the plot. Fury, take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it again. Follow procedure, report to your superior. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's Dusk Vigil armor. Different color, but... So I guess Ishgardian armor? How could it be? Are you kidding me? Oh, Minion of Light. It's not GG. Okay. I want that though. Jesus Christ. How do you get it? Wait, I have it? Achievement certificates? Wait, hold on. I have it. Well, there you go. I now see what this is. That's very cool. Okay. Right then, my superiors have been informed of the mammoth's adoption by House Mandeville, as witnessed by House Fort Tom, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as GG seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories.
and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Mandeville mammoth, casting about for any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there is something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw him with your own eyes, how effortlessly it restored the vase and itself to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Hey there. It's going well. It's insane so far. That's part 2. A vase. See you, Inspector. Oh man, this quest line is insane. I love it. A gazebo to call our own. That you stand here before me is proof that Helone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Chrane. And before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed and now missing and presumed dead Knights of the Heavens Ward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began, yet recently we have heard rumors of these honored sirs walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, I say, and I mean to get to the bottom of it, but we will need help, all the help we can get, which means, fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway. At least this way it will be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth! Mammoth! Oh, right. Oh, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy a natural report, so... praise Helone. For a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't... to Fort Tom Manor. Let's see. I'm curious to see how many weird, like, new animations and things they're gonna put in here, because that's basically the big thing I've heard people talk about with Hildibrand, that the animations go absolutely insane, and they do it to test like how far they can like bend and break the animation system. So I'm really curious to see what weird shit ends up happening. Because GG, such behavior is unbecoming of a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? Why is it unbecoming a gentleman? Ah, Inquisitor Seer, Chrane, good evening to you both. Are you come as adoring fans, or on business? Business, always business, you may rest assured. Then I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery, murder, tax evasion? Avoision? Was that what he said? Tax avoision? Avoision. Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, attempted to deface this lovable gazebo. This lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him return to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our name. Our home. Our name. Gigi, now Gigi. I know you're fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmond. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmond, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. A gentleman inspector's other world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmund's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. God damn it.
Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eosia in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo?
Do you not have the soul of an investigator?
I guess.
If it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We're currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavens Ward.
Oh right, that's what we saw on the hill, probably.
These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of the great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation.
Say no more, Inquisitor. Say no more. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex.
Since when?
Oh God, no!
Since when?
Mummy! Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Uldar.
And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing at being an inspector, as well as father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger that. Yeah, coming home right this instant.
How can you say such things? It is my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Mandeville man.
Grand
as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Come, Nashu! Come, Gigi! We shall demonstrate to my mother and our peerless investigative skills. And bring these criminals to justice. Away!
Thol's balls, he's stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry ass of a father. I trust you lot will help me to keep him out of trouble, right? Then come along.
Well, that could have gone better and worse. Let's not keep them waiting.
Wah, wah, wah. I am truly outside her grace. My allowance all gone to waste on those. I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap I just need to accept that he now walks in Helone's halls. Please, do you think me so foolish to fall for their charade? From what I heard from the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavens Ward. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my dear Sir Adelphil's face. Or wherever could he be?
At the bottom of a pit. Swear to God.
I demand satisfaction! Swift and terrible vengeance! How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? If Sir Charibert was here, he'd purge the lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Ah, yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity.
Yeah.
Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us.
Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never ever call her that.
At least not yet. Promise?
Yes, father, I promise not to call Grandmama Julianne. Greetings, my lady. Oh, ain't you a charmer? And there I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy?
Ha! My faithful assistants. Have you gleaned any new information? No.
Other than the fact that these women scorned seemed to detest the fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me all about how, about what they do if they cornered, sir. Is this the best you can do then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies? And you call yourself a Mandeville man?
I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unraveled with a tug of a single loose thread. Now where would it be? I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. It's Cruella de Vil. Somehow I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek.
Aye, 'tis true. I, too, was taken in by false promises of those awful, awful men.
Huh?
Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velguin. So when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, I looked on the hideous faces of these so-called grand sirs. I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbors said that they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter in a place called Idleshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search.
My lady, I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. What a gentleman.
Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray.
And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Idleshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman.
That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idleshire, have you?
Yes. Go there every week to pick up a book.
You mean we're to travel to the Dravanian hinterlands? Right now, just like that?
Yes. Come, Nashu. Let's go.
Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah. Ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. Drift Kings.
Yeah.
Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work of camaraderie and of her uplander and gobby citizens.
Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins. You know, the other ones. But they were no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make the bad gobbies fly again. I can't believe I missed that. That sounds cool. God's sakes, Hildy, accepting Chrane, this lot be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me.
Nonsense! I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. What about this poor man? If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idleshire. My keen inspector sense tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. How you feeling, Seer?
Yes, yes. Loudjokes knows of grand sirs. Sneaky uplanders keep to selves, mingle not with gobby folk. Gobby flock. But each to own. Loudjokes says, no questions, only jingle shine.
Fair. Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs, south of the round spot. You best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch, liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. Cockeyed? What the hell does that mean? It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? Oh! What? Look behind you, a three-headed gobby. A gubu. Why do I feel like I've not seen the last of that old woman? Oh, you must be talking about them Grand Sirs. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen, which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. I met one who did. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Chrane. Right there. There, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. Come, Nashu. Twould seem that no one is home. There is naught we can do but wait then.
Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here.
You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the greater whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in?
As I live and Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Valentine.
Wait, did I read that right, or did I just go on autopilot? Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Yeah, why would it be Valentine? Could that be... I say, could that be Slow Fix Coin Toss?
Do you know this gobby, Inspector?
I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer.
When traveling through Thanalan long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by uplander bandits. With no jingle shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to backtake goods. Until we make busy deal with gentleman uplander, that is. With fastness, he finds uplander bandits and bring much bangy boom, and return to goodly gobbies, missing goods, and great justice. Henceforth, Slowfix gains no appreciation for uplanders, but for chance encounter with gentleman uplander, he never conceives of egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is.
Ha ha! Ah, oh, the memories. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid, but in my haste to escape I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and as they say, boom, gobby, doom.
No busy deals for the wicked. No, busy deals indeed.
But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just looking at you, what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes. Phew. Gobby flock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for gazebo when perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents of building in arrears and Slowfix happy to evict them. But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women. Fraud? In Slowfix's egalitarian utopia, this he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay inside of instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either.
Huzzah! A giant gazebo to call our own.
I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix. Thank you.
No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobby flock is possessed of moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs.
What's up, man? We're doing the damn thing today.
Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it?
I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion, and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. So are we now going in there to apprehend them?
Now he's gone and gotten himself a sodden gazebo. Bloody hells if he really thinks I'm going to let him keep on playing at being a father.
Let the boy live. He's an adult. Oh boy.
Bum bum bum.
Oh, whoop. Yep.
He's painting.
Is Manderville just posing the entire time? Very nice. I love that he's posing too. I hope that crest stays there after the quest. Still no sign of the notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say we're going to need more paint. What if they're just inside? Do we know this? Have we looked? Wah, wah, wah. Don't trust anyone over 60. So how is the old woman involved with the bad guys? Much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea.
Inspector, is it just me or have those two been looking at us the past few minutes?
Oh, it is quite normal behavior from my adoring fans. It is quite normal behavior from my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee.
Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs. Come on, they're getting away. He listened? Insane. Come, Nashu. Bow, bow, bow. Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions. You have nowhere to run. Reveal yourselves at once. I have not, no. Not yet. I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs, name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Is that the woman? Oh, that's an old man, okay. They're all old, okay. Of course they are. Oh, is that why they're the grand sirs? Because they're grandparents? Orland, slayer of 1,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens, Orland!
Master of magics, ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all maladies, saves senescence and incontinence. Gone spot.
Grand Sirs, Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Mayhap both. Grandsires, Grandsires, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them terrible financial and emotional distress. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am come on behalf of these poor defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. The audacity of this boy! You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. Oh boy. You will rue this day and rue it hard! Gods, how I've missed this! The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. Is he leaving the atmosphere? It was on a day like this that we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. What is going on? Do mine eyes deceive? Pigsney of my heart, descended from Helona's halls to guide me to her bosom. Did he jump to his death? What the hell? My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher! Higher, higher, higher. Huh? I guess he died. No. Orland! 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 Oof. What a way to go. Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man. Chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. Yes. You will rue this day and rue it on. Yes, we were there. We remember. Or are we actually seeing how it happened? Checks out, yeah. That checks out. He's so dead. Wait, I've seen this before all too recently. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved. Say something. What is he doing? Oh, you're referring to me. I see. With all haste, was it? Yes, I'll get right on that. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite... No, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Are you supposed to be a white mage? Why are you casting demon shit? Something of rather less controversial tradition. Yes, something with more pep. A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh and smite my foes. Oh, now he's dead. Foes, I thought you were friends. Oh God. Oh. It worked. Satan Rainet, bugger me with a bleeding guy bulg. My back. Twould seem I have underestimated you a lot. That makes two of us? Oh, this is just a cage, I think. So who's this? Enough, leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammoths? There she is. No, she took our boy, Gigi. Gigi, but when? How? It's a while since I heard this song. Cruella de Vil is back. So that's kind of crazy that I called her that the first time she showed up, and here she is a villain. I thought I recognized you first in Ishgard, then in Idlesha. You've been following us since we left the capital. Doris. Bearers of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived kings and queens. Doris! So she's Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we'd not seen through your ridiculous disguises. And yet, here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut out for life on the road. I don't remember what Cruella de Vil's 2 assistants were named. Or assistants.
All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes from the first. The objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth.
I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way.
We have no desire to hurt the boy. We but require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours. Our youth.
And I made a joke about them returning people to their original form and said, how do you tell for a person? Confound it! I can't see! Damn, they're slowly getting away. So, let's stop them.
Papa Hildy!
Gigi! Stay strong, my son! I swear I shall find you! Stop them! So stupid. Stop them! That's basically how the Flash TV show works. He's like fighting someone and then they run around a corner and they're gone. Like, he's the Flash. He can run up to anyone, anywhere, and catch them. But they rounded a corner and they're gone. Have to let them leave. 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern the true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again?
I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Rotterdam by now.
I very much doubt that, given that they were moving at an adamantoise's pace.
The little milkshop's right. Milksop's right. Let's get after the old buggers.
Huh. That's what my mentor used to call me. Among other things, oh, the memories. Who was your mentor? Is it the other Ellison inspector we had with us in A Realm Reborn? Yeah, that's probably the most accurate Dragoon jump we've seen in the game so far, for sure. Bow, bow. So, it seems that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them. How ironic, also how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it, if only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Ask and ye shall receive. We can ambush that wizened Dragoon. Take him hostage and demand an exchange. Inquisitor Seer, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no, we shall approach this problem as paragons of virtue and honor. Chrane will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, then relieve him of his armor. How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Chrane. God damn it. Wait, how far did he leave? How far did he walk away? I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms. These strong yet tender-looking fingers. Oh. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young man? There's this lingering ache, this tension that Gonspot can't seem to soothe with his magics.
Remove my breastplate? Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray lend me a hand with the straps.
Did you know the market board in this game is botted into oblivion? I did not know that. It's the first time hearing of it.
Truly, young man, you're a saint.
So we're undressing this poor old man. Well,
I swear.
it's the little things you begin to appreciate.
My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, I should be seated to better receive your tender ministrations.
Wait, why are we following up on this? Why aren't we just leaving him here?
Ah, the healing tingle. Would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little pig's knee used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me sleep through the night.
I'm glad that was everything, because I was starting to sound weird.
Come, do not be shy. Work those soothing fingers into each and every knot slowly. Make me forget my troubles. Harder! Higher! Close your eyes and dream.
What the hell are we doing? The old dragoon's soft snoring suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only to stop short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. With the utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements and at the mercy of the nearby ravenous bears and tentacled mortals. May he rest in peace. God damn. That sounds like a really bad time, honestly, Amadi. That doesn't sound great. Ah, my stalwart assistant. By your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon. And by taken care, I mean afford him all due courtesy as befitting a man of his years, whilst returning with the equipment I require. Trusted to you by its elderly owner that he may receive a vigorous massage. This suit of armor is... Hold on, I'm trying to clean up a thing on my desk here. This suit of armor is surprisingly light and reeks of garlic. The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Ain't what she used to be, ain't what she used to be. Why does he have lyrics in his boots? Capital! Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. But you two look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Madavillian guile and subterfuge. They're not going to notice he's different, huh? Is it time for dinner yet?
We just ate, you daft bugger. And where in the hell is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it.
Oh. Little mammoth boy. It's just... Greetings, fellow antediluvians. I have returned. Subterfuge, huh? Bollocks. It's gonna work.
It's about time.
It worked! Okay, no. That's bollocks. Don't do it.
Pack your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes.
Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. This behavior unbecoming of a gentleman to keep children in cages.
What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He's going to get away.
No, he will not. See, still here within my care. Right then. On a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury, take me. It's working. He's about to walk out of there with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him.
So far, so good.
Uh-oh. I'm cold and there are marbles after me. I'm me, but you're also me, but that can't be unless... This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes, so my dearest Pigsney will be together at last. Oh no, Isma. Did not expect that to happen.
Imposter, how dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush.
Ye gods, I never realized dying would hurt so much. Now's our chance, Gigi. Come with me.
Oh! Vivi, wait!
My son, what's gotten into you?
Vivi. Where have I heard that name before?
Remember who you are, Vivi, what you are, a creation of the great Charlian Archmagus Quan.
Quan. I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now, we lived together and he taught me many things about the outside world.
Huh?
What exactly do you remember, my son?
Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me.
He believed you were flawed, Vivi, that you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. And so in his ignorance he cast you out and died all alone.
To turn back the hands of time, then what we witnessed at the Crozier with the Duke's priceless vase, that power could be brought to bear on people? But wait, how do you know all of this? You couldn't have possibly been associated with this Archmagus Quan.
We found his journals during one of our many trips into the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match, but no soldier has the strength to triumph over time. Before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime, a second lifetime as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state, to turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth.
Fury, take me. That is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy.
We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach. But then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you to unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to Archmagus Quan.
Vivi. Vivi. Impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best you can animate a corpse, and I need not review the precepts to declare that the product of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. Gigi, wait. What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You're a Mandeville mammoth.
You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that, but...
Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him. So even if it fails, I have to try.
What are you doing? They're getting away. We have to stop them. Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision.
So that's the end of that chapter, eh? You're giving up and coming back home?
I, too, made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. Aye, it falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps to the righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Inquisitor Seer, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we must continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Circe for a time, that I might be afforded an opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as how we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then. There is no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans.
I suppose it had been a shame had he given up that easily, though that means I'll have to stick around even longer.
On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then... I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will. But that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Are we about to wrap up part 4? 3, I mean. Part 3. Seer, my good man. I see you saw it fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of Sharlayan origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This is, of course, all for the sake of confirming the mammoth's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that, as if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you... I'm sure I don't know what you're not talking about. Thank you, Chrane. That will be all. And next time on... Yeah. Oh. See you, Inspector. Yeah, I can't read anything going on here. There's no way to tell what it's saying at all. This group, man. Jesus Christ. Da-da-da. We need to speak, Chrane. I've been scouring the archives for any information regarding temporal magic since last we spoke, and the results have been rather troubling, to say the least. As you may or may not be aware, ancient Alag is portrayed in the Enchiridion as a cautionary tale, a great empire brought low by its vanity and hubris. However, there are certain apocryphal texts in which the Alagans are cast in a more sympathetic light, if not outright exalted. 'Twas in these texts that I found references to temporal magics once wielded by Alagan mages. Said magics could be used to halt or even reverse the temporal state of a given object. If these accounts are to be believed, and if Gigi's abilities and these magics are one and the same, then it may well be possible for him to turn back the hands of time for the Grand Sirs, much as he restored the Duke's priceless vase. That being said, there is no telling how this will work with regards to a living being. Consider, if you will, that the vase was filled with water when it shattered. Even if the vessel were restored, what would become of its former contents? Would it be filled with water as before, the very same, every drop returned? Or would it be different water? Would the water once spilled be forever lost? I speak of the soul, my friend, for even if one could use these magics to restore the dead to life, would they be as they were before? With all the same thoughts and memories and feelings? The Grand Sirs are convinced that they can regain their lost youth. And mayhap they can, but the dead who have entered into Helone's halls cannot return. They cannot. Yet Gigi is nevertheless resolved to try and resurrect Archmagus Quan. Speaking of which, according to some Sharlayan texts in the archives, Archmagus Quan was an accomplished scholar known for his study of ancient Alagan magics. Further evidence that Gigi's abilities are likely derived from ancient traditions, I suppose. But more importantly, I learned the location of the Archmagus' former residence. Mayhap we could find something of interest there. Something which could help us to persuade Gigi to change his course. I had a mind to summon Inspector Hildibrand and make the journey there together. Would you be willing to join us? Yes. Excellent. Let us be about our business. I saw you, heretic. I beg your pardon, are you accusing me of being a heretic? Yes, you! Inquisitor Seer, I saw you sneak into the archives and seek out the forbidden tomes. Saw the mad light in your eyes as you partook of their forbidden knowledge. Oh, for the love of... I did all of that for my investigation. Aha! You admit your crimes, that you did secretly, without permission, in blatant contravention of of our rules, read forbidden tomes, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. You stupid, ignorant. Are you also desperate to keep your goddamn jobs that you'll go around accusing all the world and his wife of heresy? Is that what we've been reduced to? I'm sick and tired of looking for heretics in every bloody shadow. Or trying to guess the secret sins of everyone I meet. It's stupid and pointless, and we're better than that, damn it. We're better than that. My. If you will not surrender yourself, I'll have no choice but to inform my superiors. I think you're about to be arrested, dude. Well, that all came tumbling out, didn't it? I suppose there's no point in trying to convince myself that I have no personal investment in this matter, or that I still have a professional one. Somewhere along the way I stopped looking for the guilt and started looking for the truth. Perhaps a way to help those in need. How dare you? How dare you try to look for the truth instead of trying to do things to make it make sense for your assumptions? How dare you? But there's no place for people like that in the Inquisition, is there? And it's only a matter of time before the stuttering fool comes back with an armed guard. Let us depart for Idleshire at once. We need to find the inspector. Wah, wah. Na 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 na. Bum 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 bum. Ba bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Clearly just a heretic. I mean, isn't everyone? If you try hard enough, aren't they all? It would seem we arrived too late. Inspector Hildibrand has already gone off on his own to confront the Grand Sirs. They came back briefly to trade Jingly Shine for supplies and whatnot, you see, and the Gobby's ear caught them trading tongue flaps about killing dragons in the Forelands. When the inspector learned about it later, he said he had to get after them right away and back take Gigi. He said he had a duty, and not as an inspector, but as a father. Have you lived here long enough to start talking like the goblins? Bugger that. He's got no obligation to a bloody mammoth, especially one that chose to leave of its own free will, as I recall. I swear I turn my back on the boy for one bleeding second and he loses his goddamned mind. I'm afraid he might try to do something reckless. Don't you think we should try to find him and offer hand lending? Why are we talking like goblins? I'm rather more concerned about what will happen if the Grand Sirs attack or worse, kill any of Reisvalger's brood. First things first, I suppose, Chrane. Would you be so kind as to assist Mistress Nashu and Julian in their search for the inspector? I'll pay a visit to Archmagus Quan's abandoned abode in the meantime. Oh, and before you think to refuse, know that you need not fear for my safety. Let us just say that our singular experiences together have inured me to the harsh realities of, well, reality. Oh, could it be the scrawny little shite's finally found his spine? Let's stop by heading to Tailfeather. I reckon the inspector probably went there first to ask after the Grand Sirs. If we do the same, we're sure to catch up with him eventually. Da-na-na-na. Bum-bum. Bum 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum. Right then, I say we split up and make inquiries separately. If you learn anything about the Inspector or the Grand Sirs or GG, come and tell me. Nope. There he is. These guardians with the mammoths, they were here, proclaiming to all and sundry that they were going to slay the greatest dragon of them all. The gods only know if the naive fools were serious. Three dragon slayers and a mammoth, eh? I'd call you a mummer if I hadn't seen them come through earlier, boasting about how they were going to kill the biggest one yet. I thought his name was Prior Flax, and he was going to be a goblin. Oh, those daft souls, they were for Annex Shrine. Not quite sure what their intentions were, but they were awfully confident. That much I recall. Nashu! I have a report, Nashu. It's getting really warm in here. Ugh. I only put this shirt on because it's colorful and goofy looking. It's too warm to be wearing this. Oh, I see. So the Grand Sirs were headed for Annex Shrine. And my dear boy wasn't far behind them either. What are we waiting for? Let's go! Let's go! Orland! The poor unfortunate soul who bears a striking resemblance to Orland is quite firmly embedded in the earth. Would you look at that? The inspector sure gave him what for. Did he remove all these stone plates? That may be, but where did the other two get to? Not to mention the mammoths. Why don't we pull him out and ask? Though, having said that, it looks easier said than done. How silly of me. I'm sure you got more than enough strength to yank him free, right, Chrane? Yeah, you want me to fly with him? Like my old man? Of course it's Hildy. Well, I'll be. He's wearing some... Oh! He's wearing some of that magic mask that makes him look just like the inspector. Just like the man of 1,000 faces back in Uldar. No, it's just Hildy. No, that's Hildibrand, all right. There's no fooling a mother's eyes. I say, what trouble has my beloved son gotten himself into this time? I am Deckard Cain. Why, hello there, Lord Gobbert and Inspector Sear. How'd you two end up traveling together?
Blind fortune, you might say. I was too far from Tailfeather when night began to fall, but fortunately Lord Gobbert chanced to find me wandering in the wilderness. Lord Edmond told me all about this recent trouble with the Grand Sirs as well as Hildy's investigation, and a father cannot help but take an interest in his son's affairs, can he? As for me, I was eager to share with you my latest findings, namely Archmagus Quan's research notes.
I haven't slept like that since I was buried in the Lich Yard.
Welcome back, Hildy.
Well, well, I must confess no small measure of embarrassment to be found in such a state, having been so unceremoniously disposed of by the Grand Sirs. But ignominy notwithstanding, I'm most grateful for your succor, and pleasantly surprised to be reunited with you all.
This wouldn't have happened had you waited for us instead of... Wait, why in the hell are you still wearing that rubbish?
An impenetrable disguise is essential when consorting with criminal elements. Alas, 'twould seem the Grand Sirs have grown more perceptive in their newfound youth.
Wait, do you mean they've already regained their youth? What about Gigi? Did you see him? Was he behaving strangely?
Now that you mention it, his warm, soulful eyes were rather more pointy than I remember.
By the fury, not pointy! According to Archmagus Quan's notes, that's a sign Gigi's using too much magic. If he carries on like this, his ether will be expended and he'll end up not more than an empty husk.
This is terrible news. We must catch up to the Grand Sirs at once.
Do you know where they were headed? All I heard was that they were keen to slay dragons.
They were bound for the Churning Mists, a place called Zenith, to kill a great worm named Nidhogg.
Well, they're too late.
Really? That all happened? I meant the other one, Racevalga.
And that's worse.
Racevalga, fury, take me. What could they possibly hope to achieve?
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad it's not all pain and suffering for you, Amadi. I'm glad it's turning around a little bit. I get him as a minion? Awesome. Love that. So, I've gotta ask. Vivi is in another Final Fantasy, right? I'm not crazy. He's from 9. Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling I'd heard about Vivi before, but I was unsure. But yeah, he's like the typical black mage look, right? So is Quan in another game? Final Fantasy 9, yeah. Vivi's okay. And Vivi was a black mage, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Vivi's from 9. I had a weird memory of reading the name Vivi somewhere before. I haven't played any others besides 6, so still haven't. I'm probably going to stream the entire franchise on here, though, sooner or later. Because I am currently buying all of them whenever they go on sale.
I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby ask you all to aid me in rescuing my son and putting a stop to the Grand Sir's machinations.
You know, there's really no need for all that. We came because we wanted to help. I, Nashu, faithful assistant, maker of explosive extraordinaire, do hereby present to you this fresh change of clothing.
Capital! I knew I could count on you, Nashu. I shall change en route. Come, my friends, to Zenith and to GG.
Wah, wah. I don't think I've been in the Churning Mists really since I finished my reputation here. My friends, I was about to scream. Make ready, my friends. The final battle with the Grand Sirs is at hand. Oh. Would see my wounds were more serious than I thought. I fear I am in no condition to confront our foes. There is but one thing that could restore me to my former indomitable self. Do not worry, I've got some salamander oil right here. Shall mommy give her baby boy a massage? I don't want any part of this. Oh, my dearest mummy, mother dearest, I would not impose upon you not when my ever-loyal associate Chrane stands ready to minister my muscles. Don't tell me you're embarrassed. Let mommy take care of little Hildy's hurts. My dear wife, I know you mean well, but let Chrane handle it. I can personally testify to the healing talents of his strong yet tender fingers. If that is the way of it, I'm counting on you, Chrane. Why is this family like this? Let us brook no further delay. Come, my friend, coat my body in oil as you have done many a time before. Oh, how it soothes my aches and pains. Quickly now, knead into my flesh. Knead as you have never kneaded before. Such furious kneading. I applaud your enthusiasm, but mayhap I urge you to excessive force. Nay, you were in the right. Already the gentle warmth begins to spread throughout my body. The fires of righteousness burn anew in my breasts. Hold, my son. Though your passion is renewed, you may yet be spurred to greater feats of Mandavillian strength. Derived from the purest essence of salamanders, the ancient legacy of House Mandeville. Salamandeville. To you, my beloved son, now become a proud father, I bequeath this most sacred of oils. Salamandeville? Could it be that the legends were true? Your muscles shall shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. No mortal man will have the power to do you harm. Verily it is so. For by its grace did I once weather the slings and arrows of a bandit horde and bring my hammer of justice to bear upon the wicked beasts, their wicked heads. The time has come, Chrane. Take this oil and help Hildy become the Mandeville man he was meant to be. This is so much weirder if you have a female character. It's still pretty weird considering when I started this questline, I was like, fun fact about my character's backstory. He's Godbert's bastard son from before meeting Julian. And he has no idea that I'm his son. Which means Hildy is my half-brother. And we have no relation. And now here I am. Oh, the Salamanderville, how it flows into every nook and cranny. Quickly now, lay your hands upon me, massage me with all your might. Yes, that's the spirit. I can feel it building and rising. Rising! Such passion, such fervor. I am the inferno unbound, the tempest unleashed. But I have not yet begun to pose. This is all kinds of weird. Here we go, Hildy. I am a Mandeville man. Ha ha.
That Salamanderville is... My word, I've never felt so alive. Such vibrant colors, such intense sounds, such fragrant smells. Father, Mother, Chrane, 'twas your oils and your strong yet tender fingers which opened my eyes to the glory of creation. I am a gentleman inspector reborn. Onward to zenith. No matter how the laws of nature that they pervert or the limits they break, the Grand Sirs can do naught to stop me. Oh, hard cut. Ba 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 ba. It's a lot of stairs. Oh. Oh my. Uh-huh. Oh. Grand sirs, I have come for my son. Oh, must we do this now? We have a dragon to slay. There is no need for any of this. The war is over. But not for long. The worm's death will give rise to a new era of fire and blood, and we, having consumed his eyes, will use our new powers to win untold glory on the battlefield. Our legends will echo in eternity. You would doom countless innocents for glory? No, I won't allow it over my dead body. That could be arranged. Yeah. Far be it from us to deny you then. This is the end of you. The ultimate end. Hildy! What the hell is gonna happen here? They're just pelting him with stuff, man. Hildy, do something! This poor man. They just keep going. Hit. By the power of my wife. Nice. Oh. Well. Poor Hildy. Have faith in our boy. Oh, he said just that.
Goddamn. Have faith, my love. He is our son. He's our son. GG, my beautiful boy. Pray do not look on me with such pointy eyes. Let Papa Hildy take you home to our gazebo. Stop calling me that. My name is Vivi. Vivi. I remember everything. My powers, my purpose, my grandpapa Quan. I made them young again. But it's not enough. I need more. I need the worm's eyes. Then I can finally bring him back. I'm sorry, Gigi, but no, you cannot. Grandpapa Quan is gone. He's right, Gigi. Maybe you could restore his corporeal form and breathe life into it, but his soul, what made him your grandpapa, is forever beyond your reach. That's not true. I can restore anything to its ideal form, to the way it should be, even Grandpapa Quan, even you, Papa Hildy. Ah! Please, Gigi, you have to stop. If you keep using your power, you'll die. What? Is he out of magic or is he already at his peak? What are we trying to say with this? I don't understand. Your clothes are still dirty and tattered. Yeah! As they should be, Gigi, for my every waking moment is as the gods intended. Every day I live life to the fullest. Every day I enjoy grand adventures. I found your grandpapa's research notes. What he gave you wasn't the power to make things the way they were. He gave you the power to change the world, to make things the way you yourself believe they should be. That's why your magics have no effect on the Inspector, because you know in your heart that this battered and bruised form of his, in its own way, right. My thoughts exactly, Inquisitor Seer. And it is for this selfsame reason that you were unable to make Grandmaster Quan younger. In your heart you knew there was naught that needed to be changed. Your beloved Grandpapa was exactly as he should be. Your every day was to be treasured and worthy of celebration. Then what about the Grand Sirs? Why was I able to make them young again? All you truly knew of them were the stories they told. Wondrous tales of daring do by heroes in their prime of their lives. It's no wonder you were able to envision them as such. That's all they ever talked about. When they were young and free and full of fire. At first, Archmagus Quan didn't understand the true nature of your abilities. He struggled to deduce why you could not make him younger as he originally intended. Eventually, he realized that your fond memories of him were preventing you from conceiving of him as anything but an elderly creator, and that the only way to achieve his goal would be to take them from you. But you were all he had left in the world, no longer a mere mammoth, but a friend, family, his only family, his grandson. He couldn't bear to lose you, so he renounced his quest for immortality. But I still lost my memories in the end. He was afraid of leaving you all alone in the world, afraid that others would attempt to take advantage of you and your magics. So before he died, he decided to take your memories from you after all, to protect you. But despite his best efforts, something remained, something stronger, even more powerful and more resilient than anything Archmagus Quan ever dared to dream. You were never broken, Gigi. You were never abandoned. All he wanted was to set you free. Free? Free to do what? Whatever you like, Gigi, don't you see? That was his final gift to you, a new life. A new story all your own.
So... This has all been very, very touching, but we're not getting any younger. Well, you aren't at any rate. We have suffered your meddling long enough. I had intended to use this trap to kill the worm, but since you are so perfectly positioned...
Oh boy. Well, we have an explosives expert with us, so that could be useful. That's not good. Huh? Oh, yes! GG. He's back. Is he about to sacrifice himself to save us? Whoa. I am Vivi, grandson of Ark Magus, Quan and Gigi, son of Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Mandeville, and this is my story! Oh. He's still here, but... Is he still functional? You're back. Oh god, okay. God damn it, Godbert.
It's like it never happened. With the last of his strength, he turned back the hands of time. Not just for the pillars, but for us all. He made us all as we once were, as we were meant to be. After all that gallivanting about, I get bugger all. What about my misspent youth? I was not meant to be this bloody old. Haha! Such a fine day. Never have I squatted with such perfect form. I may well have reached my physical peak. Ha! What rot. At your age, you daft sod, you look foolish. You should be grateful. Gigi saw what you had become and gave you a second chance. That was our second chance to relive our glory days. It was all rather silly though, wasn't it? Maybe Quan had the right of it. Maybe it's not so bad growing old. I was a coward when I was young, but now that I'm old, I'm afraid to say things like, I love you, Doris. You're a blind, bloody fool, Gunspot. He's back. I say, am I dead again? Quite alive, Inspector, along with everyone else, thanks to Gigi. The Grand Sirs are all in custody. Ha ha! That's my boy. Where is the little tyke anyway? He's dead. Hildy. Gigi embarked on a grand new adventure. He's no longer with us. I see. If that's what he wanted, then I could not be happier for him. I'm sure Archmagus Quan would feel the same way. What do we do now, Inspector? Is it not obvious, Nashu? The wide, wild world beckons to us. With the promise of mystery and wonder, we shall resume our never-ending quest for cases perplexing and profound. And perhaps one day we shall meet young Gigi again. For I am a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can. I hate to admit it, but this whole mess has got me thinking that maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I really did have a grandson. You did right by Gigi, Hildy. Your father and I can see that. We're proud of the man you've become. And I'm proud of you too, Mother, for finally coming to terms with the ephemeral nature of physical beauty and allowing yourself to age gracefully. Terrible mistake.
Gracefully, was it?
There he goes. I fear we may have had a failure to communicate. Oh, she went after him.
There he goes again. Wait for me, Inspector, wait.
This lady is a menace. That whole... What is that curious light I spy in the far eastern skies? And this also familiar scent which fills my nostrils. Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for whenever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there till we meet again. God damn it. God damn it. I say, you do know that so long as the core remains intact, little Gigi is not actually dead.
That's right, so dry your tears, boy. There's no need for all this moping about.
He has fallen into a dormant state because he used up all his ether. His core will gradually recharge as it draws upon the ambient ether, and in time he will awaken from his torpor. I shall tend to the child for now. He had a bunch of weapons on his back, I just realized. As for these three, I should be glad to take them back to Ishgard in your stead. A most generous offer, my lord, but hardly necessary. After all, 'tis my duty to bring them to justice. Oh yes, it was my duty. After everything I said to the young Inquisitor, I can't go back to Ishgard. They'll toss me in a jail and throw me the key if they caught me out, if they don't kill me outright.
So go to Idleshire and live in Hilda's gazebo. Someone ought to look after it while he's away, no?
That doesn't sound all that bad, actually. Full glad am I to accept your offer.
I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait until he comes back down.
'Twas a most graceful strike, my love. You haven't lost your touch. So good. So good. I suppose there's nothing for it but to leave the Grand Sears to Lord Gobbert and for me to see Inspector Hildibrand's gazebo. I'd like to thank you for everything you've done, and if you find yourself in Idleshire, come and see me. There are a few arrangements that I need to make, but I can't imagine that it will take that long for me to settle in. Thank you, my friend, until we meet again. We're about to meet again. Bow, 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 bow. In the heavens we're... So here's my question, right? Regarding Hildibrand in Endwalker. Do I need to have the currency to upgrade the weapon to see the next part of the Hildibrand story. Or can I keep playing the story without upgrading the weapon? Seems like it, yeah. So we're probably only getting through this story up until I get my first upgrade. We'll see. We'll go for as long as we can. Oh, this is still here. That's nice. Looking back on the course of what I've run, it's hard not to think of the man I was and feel ashamed. Before I took on this case, I had only left the capital a handful of times. The rubbish I believed, the facts I considered unassailable. Fury take me, what a fool I was. If I hadn't met you and the inspector and Gigi, I would have never realized how much I had come to hate my job. Nor would I have discovered how much more satisfying it is to seek out the truth, the whole truth. One might say that getting labeled a heretic and having to flee Ishgard is the best thing that could have happened to me. After all, now I'm free to start a new life here in Idleshire as a consulting inspector. That's good. But enough of that. There is someone I would like you to meet. The minion. Lord Godbert made some modifications, as you can see. His smaller size should allow him to absorb ether more effectively over time. We thought that if he were to travel with you and share your grand adventures, that maybe it would hasten his reawakening. Yo, so my minion is actually him? It's the real one? That's awesome. Thank you, my friend, and I do hope our paths cross again someday. May the Fury bless you and keep you. Come, Gigi. We're off on more adventures. Yay! If I could turn back time. Do we get a wrap-up cutscene? We're getting credits that I can't read. Hildibrand Manderville, I'm assuming that says. Nashu, maybe? Seer. I'm not gonna try to read the names. I'm just gonna look at what's happening. So is he like opening his own place? That stays. The gentleman zombie? The goblin, of course.
Hildibrand will return.
There we go. That is what you are. A Hildibrand man. Oh, that is what you are. Gigi's best friend. That's awesome. Let's unlock this little dude and take him with us for the rest of this quest line. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so that's Heavensward done. That was really good. That was actually really enjoyable. I think that was better than the entire Realm Reborn storyline. Honestly. And I think the Realm Reborn storyline goes from alright to being a bit boring to, you know, being really good at the end. So, yeah, I think this one was pretty solid all the way through, actually. I enjoyed that a lot. Before we head into Stormblood, I'm just gonna take off this shirt because it's way too warm in here. I can't do this.